chase it, right? Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people eventually are like, hey, hold on a minute. I I think it's there, but then they stay in that comfort zone for a long time, right? And that, like I said, it's just cool to see other people breaking away from it, right? Like it's harder to be a dad and try to make those risks and stuff too, right? Because like you said, like making sure your wife is content and happy, and the bills are paid, and the kids are fed, and that's the number one thing. But and that for a lot of people, I think, is what ends up preventing them from doing it, right? And then that cycle like repeats, where it's really cool to just see you like want to break away from it and be like, no matter what, we're gonna persevere, we're gonna push through, we're gonna keep setting goals. We're like, and I love it. I love how you like you have even a slight bad day and you come back like twice as hard the next day, and it amps me up so much.
I'm really grateful you said that. But yeah, that's the energy, man, that I really feel like I've been blessed with, that God gave me. I really feel like he gave me this energy that is just truly contagious, man. It's contagious, and I want to give that to everybody. I want people to feel even a tenth of that, because it really is special. And I spent a lot of time of my life like in negativity and comparison and stuff like that, where it's just like the opposite of that, dude. The gratitude and the positivity and the perspective, it is like nothing else, right? It is like no comparison I could even say. And so then I just feel the duty to live that loudly as I can. Like, look, this is how I feel. I want everybody to feel this way. Like, I want everybody to be this grateful, this positive. And there's people way more grateful than me, way more positive, way more energy. But it's just like, if I have that in me, I feel like it's my duty to share that as much as I can to people.
No, I love it. I love it. And like I said, the energy reciprocates all the time. And you probably see there's a little QR code above your head. If anybody, again, if you guys are watching in on the stream, you can come hang out with us over in Twitter chat. Maybe we'll bring you on stage at the end and ask you some questions. But if you scan that little QR code, it'll bring you over to the little Twitter space. You can come hang out and chat with us there. But no, it's like it does suck your soul out doing something you don't like at all. And even though like there's a whole extra vibe to your dances in the backyard by the playground than out front of the Snap-on trucks. There's a whole cooler, newer vibe. You can tell too that like maybe GT, he gets to sleep in a little bit. He's not like trying to do it quite as quiet with the sun down a little bit in front of the trucks. There's maybe a little bit of, I'm going to work at 6 a.m. I got to bang out a GM for the fam and get out there. She's just full vibes now. Sun is shining. The freaking the one day I don't even know what the cart did to you. You just shove it right across the. I'm like, holy, the kids' toys are getting in, man. This guy is loving life. He's vibing.
That's it, man. That's what I think. We're supposed to live those moments, right? Like, we have the hard times. Everybody has hard times, but the other times, man, even if they're not as incredible as like it's supposed to be, right? Or we make this out in our head, it's just like the fact that we woke up is the celebration. It's like everything else, I'm just going to dominate because I woke up. I have this opportunity. And this crazy that this came up, but I was just talking to my best friend about this, and I had a realization on Thanksgiving football. Actually, we played a intense Thanksgiving football game, and my pastor came, and the two pastors, they were on the other team, and they're really competitive, like crazy and competitive. And so, I'm like moderately competitive. I like to just beat people that are competitive because I like to see them lose. I don't actually care about winning. Anyways, they beat us in the last minutes and blah, blah, blah. And they start talking trash at church. And I just realized, man, like, I was so detached from the win or loss that I just was so grateful for the opportunity. I was so grateful. We brought like 5 or 6 teenagers. We had the 2 pastors. We had other people. My best friend came. It's like, I was just grateful for that. Like, I just, the opportunity and the fact that we all got together and we had a good time and no one got hurt. It was like that, right? Like, and when you get down to that deepest level of gratitude, the reason I brought this up, because my best friend just told me that he feels that now. He's like, I realized that I just love this opportunity. And it's just like, that's actually the root of it. Like, that's the realest thing that you could ever say, is that I'm just grateful that I'm here.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the world's got us chasing all these other things and living in every moment but the one we're in, right? And it just to be able to be grounded and to just, like you said, take it all in is just amazing. And obviously on that topic, like, we chatted a little bit about, being a blue collar fella, a dad and stuff. But obviously, I'm sure having the little kids was a big spark in you. But was there like a certain moment? Like, was it a day at home looking at the kid, or were you out driving the truck one day, or was it like a Gary posted? Like, what was the one moment where you were like not the day you quit and called it, but like the day where you were like, this is the moment where I know I'm making the decision, I'm making the change, like it's gonna happen. Like, do you remember what it was that sparked that?
Like before I left or after I left?
No, like before, like not the day you left, but do you remember what moment it was where you were just like in life, like, I'm doing it. This is like, was there something particular where you were just like, I have to do it? This was the final straw of like something, like a sign that was given to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I had been working, 60, 70 hours at Snap-on. I don't know, at least 60 hours at Snap-on. And, the schedule was like, wake up at 4, work on my brand for 2 hours, go to work till like 6 p.m., come home, be with the kids for like an hour, spend time with my wife for like 30, 45 minutes, work till like 10:30. That was like every single day for at least 2 years, 3 years maybe. I stopped playing video. I stopped doing everything. I stopped watching TV, playing video games, because I was like, if I want to make this happen, I have to put the work in. I have to absolutely give everything I have. And yeah, the moment that was like the sign was December 2022. I got a call from I can't say their name, but they're one of the biggest companies in the world. Maybe they have a smiley face in their logo. And they called me and they said they wanted to launch something with me. And I was like, this is it. Like, this has to be the sign, because they're the biggest company in the world. Like, why are they calling me to do this? And so anyways, that's why I left my job. Yeah, that was the sign of like, okay, I'll give my dad 5 months and then I'm going to leave and go all in on this.
Nice. No, that's cool. I got a half an idea where it could go. Maybe they took on some penguins. Yeah. Maybe something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, that would obviously be a big moment for a guy to be like, okay, I'm gonna take this leap and go down the road of going all in on it. Like, we have full support and everything, and then for that to, I guess, in the end, fall through, and for you to see you persevere the way you have is been, I guess, just really humbling and really motivating to know. I guess for me, it's cool to you can see a lot in a person's actions, and obviously I know you a bit over the space over time, but it's like to see the guy lose the easy, not the easy, but like lose that guaranteed, here's the route, I'm on the path.
Yeah, it kind of was.
With it as like, this guy's here for the right reasons, and it warms my heart a little bit.
I appreciate that. And it kind of was the easy route.
Not that I want you to struggle. Like, don't say
yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy, dude, and the struggle, but I love the journey. But anyways, so that was like, the crazy thing was, wow, like, this is it. Like, I had always pursued something that I knew wasn't easy, right? Gratitude, positivity, these things that aren't cool. I'm preaching every single day, and I don't have 100,000 followers. I don't have all the recognition. I don't have any of that, because that's not what I care about, right? And then you get this opportunity and you're like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like, this is what I've been bleeding for the last years, to get this moment. And then you get the call from VFriends, and they're like, we want you to open up VCon. And I'm like, what? This is like 2 days after I left my job. I'm like, this is it, dude. I'm on the right track. This is going to be it's going to be crazy. Like, I'm opening up this conference for a man that changed my life, who's just an incredible entrepreneur. And the speaker list is ridiculous. And the fact that I'm on that speaker list is like, what is even happening? And then they delayed it. And then, like, we were supposed to raise $500,000 to $700,000. And so, for me, I was naive and I didn't know the fundraising world, because I just assumed, and that's on me 100%, that we were going to have this money. I just felt like it was a for sure lock, and that was my fault as well. And so I had to go through those ups and downs, and that was super tough. And then, like, I lost the Twitter account, and it was like, what's going on now? What is this part of the journey that I thought, we squashed the partnership, so we didn't have that. So now we're kind of in figure it out mode. And then you lose the account with all of your influence, and you're just like, what am I supposed to do?
15 or 20,000 or something, or was it even bigger than that? I can't remember what your
I don't remember, somewhere around 15, probably not too crazy big, but just the people
you
that
had all your connections and your people and everybody knew the account, right? No, and even just to like something that I learned over just trying to build out Bush League and stuff like that, and some of the stuff I'm working on is like really early on I was trying to promote my brand, and like nobody cared, right? It was just like, why would they? At the end of the day, for me, I'm like, I know I'm doing something cool. Well, the rest of the world has no reason to know that. And so that was something I'd seen that you like definitely caught on to. Like you had your personal self that you were growing and being you, and then you also had the hyped heroes. And then to lose like your own personal thing, at least you had a little bit of a fallback to come back. But that's still like, it sucks, man. That's a big blow. Like Elon, if you're watching this, I mean, we're busting out content an hour or 2 or 3 a week for you. Least you can do is come in and well, more than that, but live yet a couple hours. Get this man his account back. The guy's trying to change kids' lives. He's trying to help everybody out, and you're blocking him out. Meanwhile, I'm seeing people post their Packers in Bass Pro Shop and stuff. Come on, give this guy a break here.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's terrible. Listen, I wish I had my account back. It sucks so bad. I'm not going to lie. And anybody that hasn't lost an account really doesn't know that feeling until you lose an account. It does suck because like you think about those memories and the hard work, but like it was also one of the best things that ever happened to me because I'm everywhere, and now I've taken a step back from X, and I'm just like, I'm not spending maybe 10% of my time there, and I'm putting all my time into TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook because it's just like, the arbitrage on there is crazy, dude. You have one video go viral on TikTok, it could change your life.
Yeah.
And so if I had been posting those gratitude day videos and the dance videos and all of the videos that I was doing on X to TikTok, like I don't think I would have gone viral, but I would have had a bigger audience than I did on X. And so it was just like a kind of a eye-opening moment that was really hard to realize. But yeah, man, my time is just not best spent on X for sure. And I thrive in person. So I want to be in person. You know,
that's something I figured out a little bit too, is like, I really had to spread it out, and it's hard though. Like it's crazy how hard it is. Like, and as dudes who like worked a labor job and work, it's like, why is social media somehow harder? I'm supposed to, it's not supposed to be that way, but it 100% is. But that's something that I've been working on is like, I'm not like Gary V advanced where I'm going to have different content going to socials. Like if I make a post, it's going to be the same one going to all of them. But I still like, that's something that I've been focused on is like, I want to make sure I can hit X, I can hit Twitter, hit Facebook, hit everything and have an equal opportunity to grow. And again, I guess maybe we are lucky to have someone like Gary, who we've, followed his project, and he's a lot of what he says rubs off onto what I do content wise. I know it, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, but I mean, the guy's he's very smart at what he does. I know I seen you the other day. We're posting, it's been almost 1,000 days or whatever since you minted the VF1. And I was like, that was like a thing for me when, like, in 2021, through all the hype, it was like always a goal to be a part of that. That's cool to know that you got to, you get in on it at ground zero, basically, I guess, right? I mean, I didn't really understand crypto fully quite when V1 launched. I wasn't quite dialed in yet.
I really didn't either. Like I was like, I probably did 20 hours of like research. And, but I just was like, dude, I just believe in Gary. So I'm just going to buy it. And, hindsight's 2020. I should have sold it for $100,000 and I didn't. And, you win some, lose some, but I'm grateful for the community.
My whole bag did this and I held the whole thing to
so I mean, if we all would have known, right? We would have been.
I've definitely learned it, and not that we're like here giving anybody trading advice or anything, but like a guy, it really sentimental to have stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, I definitely learned that like at the end of it all, you got to make sure you take care of yourself. And sometimes I know at the beginning I said it's not supposed to be about greed, but in some of those situations, a guy wishes he would have maybe put a few bucks in the pocket and then maybe bought his JPEG back when it was a little cheaper.
Yeah, could have bought 100 of them for if I would have sold the top.
Oh yeah, no, there's so many that you're like, what have I done, right? Like a guy chasing out all these different things through the bull run and stuff like that, and you see all this crap getting minted out, and then now here we are 2 years later. yes, it's still weird. Like once in a blue moon, something random will catch on, right? And it'll just take off.
Mhm.
And I honestly thought when you went to do your mint, and we'll chat about that in a little bit. I want to go show everybody your website and stuff in a little bit here too. But like, I honestly thought that it was gonna really take off because I'm like, a lot of people are behind GT, like they know we all, or at least I knew for myself, like I wanted to do this. I know it's a good cause. Everybody's always talking about like how we don't know what the causes are. And then I was kind of like, you're all just full of crap, you know? Like, where are you guys? Because it was almost like everybody knew, like, well, we can't pump and dump this charity.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not even going to support it. And it's like, wait a minute, all you MFers are just, you're here for the cheddar. Not all of them, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
bigger
but like,
than Let's On.
yeah, man. I mean, it's hard to. One of the hardest things, like one of my biggest downfalls, is that I want people to be so good and then they just end up not being. And so that leads to expectations. And yeah, like I agree, man. We had crazy momentum going into Mint Week. I think the space 2 days before we minted had like 3,000 people that listened. And so I just felt so good. I was like, dude, I talked to probably 200 plus people on a video call about it, and like really like DM'd people. I met people in IRL, and they told me they were going to mint it, that didn't mint it. And so it's like, that was another sign for me that was really tough to like, just be like, man, I really thought we were going to mint this out. This wasn't a lot of money. And I don't think like the space is ready to be pushed forward because of the selfishness and the greed, which is just kind of what society is. So it's not just, it's just amplified here. And I just realized at that moment, like, okay, I'm just going to have to go and get it. Like I'm just going to have to go get it from Web 2, which has kind of always been the plan, right? Is like blow up in Web 2 and then bring people here the best way possible, and not in just being onboarded, because you have to really educate people that come into this space, because there is so many people that are just full of shit. And so, yeah, it was tough. It was tough to not sell out, to be honest.
No, I mean, I like, for even me, like I'm going to be doing one eventually, and I know how my emotions might end up being on high or low. And I was like, because I like you as a person. So I felt it. I'm like, where is it? What are you doing? Like, let's get this thing rolling for the guy. And I think we even chatted on the space a couple of days later. And I was just, I think I told you, like, you just got to keep firing towards the goal, right? Because at the end of the day, that is what you need in the Web3 aspect. A lot of times is you need it to go fast, especially when it's something that's not necessarily a product, right?
Yep.
Because it's not like later the product's gonna blow up or whatever, right? So it's something you wanted to get, ideally that hype cycle, raise the funds and translate it into real world action, right?
Yep.
And that's something I know you would have done. And so I know even for me, I've been trying to think of ways to just help bring that forward and just help you raise that capital. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people that'll donate through different initiatives. And I'm sure you do a lot of local things and that we'll get into. But even on the Web3 side of it, it just, there's going to be, you guys got to come up with some like raffles or some ideas. I know one thing that I was thinking, like, because something we're going to do when we launch our project is, the idea behind the campsite and that is like, bringing people together and growing it and offering discounts to different businesses and different things like that. And one thing that we are going to do is be giving people a free fitness membership. So whatever you pay for that token to get into what we're doing, you'll get a free online fitness membership to, in essence, offset the price of like the token and that. And so that's something that once I get stuff rolling too, we'll chat, because that's something that, like, if I could help in a way where, say we're saying like, mint one of the tokens, we'll give you a free fitness membership. That's something that maybe down the road would be cool. And hope maybe it motivates one person to be like, hey, you know what? I've always wanted to give $60 or $100 to GT's foundation. Now I'm going to get, Tyrone's going to give me 2 months free fitness at his buddy's company. And so that's something that maybe it'll help down the road. And it's something we'll chat about, because I think that I still want to see you push it out. And at the end of the day, that people are greedy, man. You gotta give them something, right? And so it's like the goal's still there. You'll crush it out. I know it. And I'll see what I can do to try and help. But I'm hoping we can get little giveaways or different stuff going in the future and really try to get people rolling to get a push in that. I know even Fudd, once he gets some gambling stuff going, I'm going to be like, you gotta bring, you gotta give some mints away, maybe with these dots after. We'll get some games going, but it'd be cool to find different ways for. I would love to see the Web3 community find ways to help you, because you're out there doing the good. We should be trying to help you do it, and that's that I'll be doing over the next few years. So keep an eye. We'll be trying to help you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? It's like, I'll go do the work. Like, I'll go do the dirt work if it results in a lot of kids helped and a lot of people coming into Web3.
Nice. Awesome. I'm going to, I want to pull up on the back end your website here, and maybe we'll just go over that. We can show a few people the Hype Foundation site, and maybe even show them how to donate to the old program there. Just give me a second. I'm a one-man show here over at Bush League Media. I am the, I'm the editor, the director. I got to work the back end here. I don't got like a media guy to go to bring it up in the back end. And it's always like, it seems easy when you're not live. And then as soon as you're live, it's like a cluster trying to bring all this stuff up. They're always like, I don't want to rug myself off of the entire, I guess just like how you can rug yourself off of Twitter. I'm like, I don't want to rug myself off of the middle of my stream. And I think that should get us buzzing. But there is your site. And right above your head, there's a QR code again, too. If you guys scan that, it'll bring you right over to Hype Foundation, and you can check out GT's site there and learn all about the foundation. Pretty much any time that thing's 24/7. She's the internet, baby.
Oh, yeah. It's always on.
Cool to see the site though. And I was watching the video. Is that you hanging up on top of a mountain there somewhere?
It's not. No, I can't joke about it, but it's just a dope video that was basically perfect for like kind of getting these kids to realize that they can be on the top of the mountains in their own life.
Yeah, no, I love it. I was scouting it, and I'm like, it's a beautiful view. It reminds me of like the big like Jesus and like Brazil. Rio de Janeiro. I'm supposed to know those things off the top of my head. Yeah, obviously, love to get your mottos: happiness, inspiration, positivity, enthusiasm, dreams. We kind of got little mottos we run at Bush League, and obviously, I'm stoked to see you guys have your little mottos of inspiration. I don't know if there's anything you want me to tell us about those kind of 5 pillars.
Yeah, I mean, we had a hyped feel like if you live through any of those pillars, your life is going to be amplified. So, we push those words because we just believe in them, and we love those, emotions that those bring within our life. And we just think your life is elevated if you live through those words. The bottom picture is a picture with teens that we've worked with in the past that kind of set our foundation off. And that was a good time. That was like the real beginning of Hyped. But we're actually adding to the website right now. Hopefully it'll be done this weekend, but it's all about our initiatives and the stuff what we're going to be doing and what we are doing already. And I'm really excited about that.
Nice. Awesome. And obviously people can go and donate to the cause, and that'll help you guys set up all kinds of things, right? From get-togethers with the kids. You guys are doing all kinds of local stuff, right? With the youth there. I see a lot of like, just, I guess like setting up game nights and just get-togethers and just confidence building sessions almost. I would say like just a lot of getting kids together and building them up, right?
Yeah. So right now what we're doing is we volunteer with some kids on Monday nights, Sunday nights, and then we're actually going to a school tomorrow for half the day to work with some kids. And really, we kind of have like 3 pillars that we're working on right now. And one of them is called Gratitude Growth, which is an initiative that's a 10-week curriculum that would be in schools of just developing a culture around gratitude and rewarding things around gratitude for these kids to really educate them and show them and do different processes to have them realize the power behind emotional intelligence, especially gratitude, which I think is one of the most important emotions. The second one's Hyped Huddles, which is like a once a month meetup where we have a, kind of a get together with kids, and they can come, and that's from all over the community. They can come and we can learn about something. We'll have an objective that day, but for 5 to 7 hours, we kind of just build community, build kids up, talk to them, be vulnerable, if they have any issues they're dealing with or problems, and just to help them through that and give them perspective and be there for them, and kind of love them and just help them in any way. And then like once a quarter, our goal is to do a hype fest, which is kind of like a party, a celebration for the kids, and we'll have bands and free food and stuff like that, and really just getting the community together, because when you elevate and support kids, it's truly magical what they can accomplish. And so, on the one side, we're really focused on developing curriculum around gratitude to educate these kids in the dirt of the classroom. And then on the other hand, we want to get community events where we can get these kids together, and kids from all different schools, and just get to know each other in an authentic way, and have, missions and stuff that we have and objectives of the meetings. And really excited, really excited. I think the dream now, we know that the dream is that if money wasn't a budget, like if the budget didn't matter, we would have a hyped headquarters everywhere. Like that would just be the goal, because it'd be an authentic, genuine way where we would train people to carry themselves a certain way, to lead by example, to create a safe place where kids could come and learn about different things, entrepreneurship, anything, honestly, but also have a safe place to go.
Nice. No, that's awesome. And it's cool to just hear your goals for it. And I hope that it's across the country one day, and that it'd be good to, I just watched the documentary the other day of like, that hell camp from like the 80s, and where like the guy like started it with good intentions, but then they had all kinds of people that just weren't properly trained like at other places, and it like went south on them. And so it's cool to hear that, like, because it starts at the top down, right? You're not going to help anybody if the people in charge of it aren't good intention and willing to look after it. And I know there's a good group of you that are behind it all there, and just again, really cool to see you guys do that. I know for myself, I've been doing some stuff with the kids. Like I've been really pushing to get a local skate park built here in our town, and have there's just nothing really for the kids to do, right? There's parks, and then there's organized sports, right? Hockey, soccer, baseball, blah, blah. Not every kid likes that. Not every kid socializes and wants to play those. Not every kid can afford some of them, things like that, right? And just, you definitely see kids that, they like skateboarding, they like doing their own thing, and giving them a place where they can do it, grow, learn, and gain confidence is really cool. And it was just really awesome to see, like this year I brought all my ramps in and set them up at the rink outside. And then I just ended up leaving them there because the kids were coming all the time. But I would go every Thursday with the kids and hang out, and just stoked to see how many kids like learned stuff, and them and their parents were like jacked up. And I would like get dad over helping his kid go down the ramp, and like they would have a moment, and then just really, see, you also get to see like which kids are coming out every week, and like they need your help a little more too, and you get a feel for your community, and it in the end gives you maybe a bigger sense of purpose too, where you're like, I'm actually helping some of these kids. Like they need this place to get away from whatever might be going on, and they need that escape. And it started to get to the point where I would like, I'm busy, I'm working, right, and I'm working a little late, and so I roll in a half hour late or something. The kids are like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, like they actually care that I'm here, and they want you here." And it's just cool to give and be able to give back, and then when the kids are loving you for doing it, that's when you're doing a good job, right? That's the greatest thank you can get, is like almost them being like, why aren't you here when you're late? Because it's like they're so passionate about wanting to hang out with you, and I'm sure you have a lot of that with the kids you hang out with and stuff too. They're just like, I want to, I want that presence in my life, and you need to give it. It helps you. It helps me know that like I'm on the right path too. Is like you got to be sharing that love, because I can see the spark in this kid. I can see that he's finding confidence, or she, or whatever, right? And you just know that there's a good reason you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the biggest thing, dude, the most important thing is leading by example. It's so powerful because it's not common. It's not common to have someone that leads by example and lives their life a certain way and is that truly. And so the people that are, it's incredibly powerful, and it's incredibly powerful to the youth. It really is, man. When you walk the walk and you talk the talk, it's real for them.
And then even just seeing like, I'm the kind of guy that like, I no matter who shows up, like it doesn't matter if you're the coolest kid or you think you're not, like I'm going to make sure you all get along in my presence as well. And those are things that communities need, right? Because at the end of the day, like I always say, like, it's community. That's the biggest thing everybody needs, because we don't have it anymore as a society. We're all so like just disassociated from community, and those moments where we're all together, we're all hanging out, we're all getting in the streets and doing stuff. Like that was like an everyday thing. And now everybody's just so disconnected, and it's like community is literally what I think is a big pillar to all of it. And that's what you're creating. And so it's cool, because
that's one of the missions we're supposed to live on. We're supposed to live in community. This is yeah, this is what it is.
No, for sure. And so I got to pull back up the website there. So obviously, for anybody who's watched my funny little intros or anything like that, we got this little banner. This was the one that I got when I minted my hyped hero. I got this bad boy with a lightning bolt. So he gets a kick it in my wallet. That beautiful MFer. Just rip it. I was hoping I got a tornado. I didn't get a tornado. So maybe we'll get lucky right now.
Let's go. I think a lot of people wanted the tornado, actually, which was super sick. I love the volcano too. The volcano is very popular. Nice. I like the volcano. The volcano stands for anger, so it's kind of like, do you battle that, or in the tornado's energy?
There's a volcano trade in our collection, so I could go with volcano. Volcano would be rad.
That'd be sick. That'd be super cool.
But yeah, so obviously, like I said, you can go donate, and as far as I know, you can donate fiat or any way like that. And then if you click on the Hyped Heroes mint here, this will take you over to the Web3 aspect of it, where not only do you mint, but you'll get a token that verifies your ownership of being in that mint, verifies you're part of the foundation, and that you help this cause start, which is something I think that even just the general aspect of like, we were talking earlier about like people chasing greed and chasing money and chasing finances. But even just the simple aspect of like anything that you could donate to in your life, of just getting, instead of, and again, you guys did an on-chain tax receipt, which is cool. That is helping also move the web as a charity, being the people that move Web3 forward. Like kudos to you. But it's like, the token is cool, regardless of what. Like there's so many things that I've donated to in my life, and I'm like, man, I wish I had a token that, like, because you a decade or 5 years might go by and you forget that you even made that or whatever. And I think it's cool. And I think that, like, say for a normal NFT project that's like trying to build hype, trying to build a brand or a consumer product, you have people holding it that are later going to be like, okay, I hope I get a piece of that pie. I still think it would be cool that, like, because I imagine that Hype Foundation is massive and global one day. And I hold that token going, maybe one day when that's massive, like, I'll get the opportunity to speak with you in front of kids or something, because you'll know, like, hey, this is a guy that was there from the start. And just that factor alone is like, I don't know. I think it's cool. I mean, anybody who donates, go donate and get a token. I mean, if you're going to give $100, take the token. That's just my theory on it, because it's pretty cool. And again, it's a full write-off, just like any charity, right? And whether, if you want to help, this is a great cause, and you get something fancy with it.
I think, like, man, I just turn it all into fuel in any way. So it's like, if you don't want to, donate, that's fine. Like, I'm so committed to helping these kids, and I can't wait till we make this. We just help so many freaking kids. And when someone's ready to believe, then I'll just take their hand, right? It's not a, I told you so. It's a, hey, come on. Like, we can still help kids. We can keep helping kids. And
so that's just
the realest.
And it turned into that one. So I think we're going to do one right now, maybe, and see what we get this time around.
Let's go.
On that. We'll see what we get hanging out here. I love that absolutely zero anybody wants to sell one of these bad boys. Oh, there's a nice little volcano.
That volcano is sick.
I love it. And I like that you did the banner too. I've only, I guess, really seen one other project before that I was involved in that did the banner artwork, but I love it. It's a different vibe and something that not everybody else is doing in the space, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
our original idea that was going to be with that company that I was talking about at the very beginning was banner artwork still, but it was going to be the same kind of style, but with quotes in the middle. So like theoretically, right, if you bought one or minted one, we were going to do something where you would get the physical, potentially canvas of your digital collectible. And so it was the cool thing that we thought about was like, you know, you have dream boards and people all have those like big Nike posters in their room. So we were like, oh, well, if hyped is a dope quote that relates to hype and a character, and it's this canvas that you get for buying this digital collectible, you know what I mean? Like that was the initial idea back when that phase, obviously that fell through, but yeah, like that's why we went banner, because we just didn't want to compete with anybody. We were like, we don't want to compete with a PFP. I don't want anybody to feel like they need to wear the profile picture.
Well, and I like that, and that's why like the banner idea is cool, because even if I've been working on my project for like 2 years, and the whole idea behind the campsite thing is like, I don't want someone to try to give up their whole, like everybody's so like, whether it's me who switched to using my own face, which is kind of cool. I am me, but like I wanted people to be able to be their own brand and be a part of it. And that's kind of your idea. Still be yourself, but you can be a part of Hyped. And that's why I think hyped in the campsite, baby. We're gonna do some cool things. Just let me get rolling, and once we're all collectively buzzing, we'll be helping the world in big ways. Because like I would love to do sporting events where we're raising money for charity, and
yeah,
like I have a lot of big ideas, and even with the skate park here. I mean, you'll have your first Canadian branch of the Hyped Heroes. Summer camps or whatever, right? You send me up a flag and I'll rock it with the kids, and we'll start spreading the word.
Yeah.
But it looks like we minted one. So there's another. The guy, a frickin' exchange is probably $170 Canadian, but there's $100 American to the foundation. So again, shouts to you, and
grateful
and just stoked to be a part of it. So anybody, you seen how easy that was? You literally go to his website, you go click donate or click mint, and get yourself one of these tokens. I want to see, is it? So I know when I bought the first one, I had to wait for reveal. How is it gonna come to me? That'll be my question now. Is does it come right away? Should we take a peek?
It should be revealed. I want to say should, right?
It comes as a separate token. It comes as a separate token, doesn't it?
I think this one should not. Just those first round was just where you got the separate token. This round should just be the banner.
Nice. Okay. Well, let's take a quick peek. We'll see. And if it doesn't work, we'll blame my Saskatchewan internet. Don't blame the Hyped Heroes, folks. Oh yeah, we got it. We just got to see what it turns into here. We'll click on it and we'll see what we got. Oh, baby, we got a snowflake in the wind.
Let's go.
See it? Is it there? Is it there?
No, it's not there. It's not there right now. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Can I hear it
sick.
a little better? There we go. There it is.
Go. Yeah.
Nice. I didn't get the volcano, but that's fitting because today's like the first blizzard in Saskatchewan here. Like it's literally just like the flag is straight and we're just buzzing out here today. So it's nice that I got a little blizzard fella come kick it with me here while I'm just freezing my sack off in the middle of Saskatchewan. I clicked the wrong one here. There you go. There's mine. There it is. But see, how fun is that? You got a cute little banner, GT, and he knows you donated, and he's like, you're a beautiful MFer. You get a you just, I don't know. It's cool. So now I got two of them bad boys. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Oh, and my yelling and ranting. Come here if you want, honey. My yelling and ranting has brought a little minion in. Oh, you watch. We're about to go disco. There it is. So the kid, when she comes in, she don't like the white light. She wants purple. She wants her own color.
Can I do rainbow, Daddy?
Yeah, you can do the rainbow, honey. My little minion, she's here. We're gonna be in rainbow light mode now for a little bit, GT. That's okay. We're buzzing. But that little lady, she's the whole reason why a guy's here and a guy's chasing dreams like that. So she'll probably come wander around. Are your Paw Patrol done, sweetheart? Oh, you got your dino? She's got her dino tooth. Let's let her rock. You got your shark tooth? There you go. We got a little shark tooth.
That was sick.
She got one of those like little dino dig things the other day where you get here, honey, I got to go. This is going to give me like a stroke just flashing in front of my eyeballs like that. If you can leave it on the white, please. But we dug up one of those. I'm just in disco mode now, buddy. Here we are. We got to get the snoop back going.
Perfect color.
Oh, that's a perfect color. There, now you know. That's a perfect color, buddy. I completely lost my train of thought, but we got to get the Snoop back going now that we're in disco. Yeah. We'll be rocking and rolling. But I'll be pumping that little banner out around some different places, having a little fun with her. And again, I'll try to get some clips out, cut some stuff up, and hopefully spread the word a little bit so some other people will know how to do that. Here, it's gonna give me a cataract yet.
That was funny.
Do you got a hard cut at an hour, or I'm not sure how soon you got to go?
We can go for a little bit longer if you want.
Yeah, no, well, see too, we'll have to leave some cliffhangers because we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep growing. I would love to sit down with you, again, and, maybe 5-6 months, we'll do it all over again. We'll see where we both are. We'll keep each other in, we'll add the accountability, and we'll keep each other accountable for pushing ourselves forward and seeing, where we're taking it and all that. But I want to know what's the, I guess, the next big thing you guys are doing with Hyped Heroes. Do you have like a next event you have going on, or is it just going to keep going with your weekly get-togethers you have happening? Or
yeah, so right now, tomorrow is when I start working with that school I was talking about. So that's a big deal because that's probably the school that I'm kind of pilot gratitude growth and do that program for the initiative, and then run like a case study so that I can prove, what we do. I already am running a case study with kids, but it's only 3 kids that I was working with. So I would love to run a case study with a bigger group. Right. And that, and then our hyped huddles. I'm really committed to the Hype Fest is cool because that's once a quarter, but I'm not focused on that right now. I'm really focused on hyped huddles. And honestly, I would love to do it more than one time a month. I'd love to do it every week if I can figure it out. And so I'm kind of just on that mission and really just networking in the Las Vegas area with as many people as I can, and just connecting to whoever I need to connect to, or people think that I should be connected to, and just kind of do that. Just keep doing that and sharing my message, man, in the most authentic way, but also keep working and developing things and showing that, we can help kids. Cause then I think that the money's going to come. So yeah, that's what's on the docket.
There. I'm just like trying to argue with the kid to give dad back control of his podcast. But it's just not happening right now. And, and it's like, I want to give her like a stern, like, hey, leave dad alone, but I don't want to see someone will clip it and then I'll be like this mean dad or whatever, right? So it's got to be
with a Bored Ape shirt.
yeah, exactly. Well, we'll get the whole crystal castle here. Hey, honey, you gotta leave the light on. Daddy's in the middle of the show. You can flash the cataracts in front of me if you want, but I got to be able to pull some nice clips for the foundation, and we got to be able to see Daddy's face. But I guess you're in the video now for a second. Say hi. Okay, well then get out if you're not going to say hi. Dad, hey, you got to love it, right? But obviously too, so one thing I wanted to ask too, and I know we'll be taking off right away, and we had touched on it a little bit earlier, but Open and VCon, that was like, before you did that, were you ever, much public speaking like that, aside from, it's one thing to hang out with the kids and chat and everything like that, but was there an extra like level of nerves for that, or were you just like all good, or how did that? That's something I haven't really done too much of. Like, I know I've announced like some boxing and stuff like that, and there's the first time I kind of froze for like the first like minute, and then I was good, but it's a little overwhelming maybe the first time out. Hey, and that was a big stage, that one.
Yeah. So I spoke at NFT NYC the month before that. And I was probably nervous for that. I'd spoken in front of people before, spoken in front of not that many though, less than like 100. I would say 100 people maybe before, multiple times. And I would get really nervous for that. And then I got nervous for the NFT NYC, and then VCon, I just wasn't nervous, man. I just
hyped, and we're like,
I just knew, like I just felt like this was right. I was like, this is just right, dude. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I didn't rehearse anything. I wrote some things that I just like wanted to touch on the plane there, but I just was like, dude, I'm just gonna ride. Like, I'm just gonna let it go and say exactly what's on my heart. And because I want to be as powerful as possible, and I think sharing from my heart is that. And the moment that I did get nervous was Andy, the president of eFriends. He introduced me, And that's when I got nervous. He said some like really incredibly nice things about me. And I just didn't think that was, he said, I'm going to just say your name. I'll just say like, hey, gentle turn, this is Dominic Adams, AKA GT. And he's opening our stage. Yeah. And he did like some sentimental thing, and I was just like, whoa, I think it hit me right then. And then I just blacked out. Like I just talked and just talk. Yeah. Just let the passion and enthusiasm fly. And I've always wanted to be not a motivational speaker, just an inspirational person. And so I want to speak for sure. And I want to speak on gratitude. And, so yeah, I'm fired up. Like, I don't know what where that's going to take me, but I feel really good about it. And my goal is to be on the main stage of VCon next year. So this year, actually, sorry.
Heck yeah, no, that's on. I know I'm always peppering Gary once in a while, be like, hey, so, let me set up a little booth at VCon and set up some fantasy sports stuff. Cause like I test ran the little community like fantasy sports league this year, right? So I had like my community, my buddy's fitness company, King Fud's community. V-Friends wasn't officially like affiliated, but their community put in a team, and then like VSP and a bunch of projects. And the idea of what I was test running was having it so that each community had their own league, right? And so they were playing for prizes where like they're going to win, if you're in the VSP league, you get a VSP, or Sassy, you get a Sassy. Yeah. And then we're donating our Bush League vending tokens to everybody who plays as like a help to get the project launched. And then also giving everybody a free online fitness trial when we kick that off, to, again, just trying to get the business stuff rolling and give it to people. Yeah, honey, I'm in the middle of a chat right now. But with the kid makes me just fully lose my train of thought. Allison, please stop. But with all that going on, like we're setting up our tokens to give out and everything like that. And I completely lost my train of thought. I'm completely sorry. My kid's here just like trying to wreak havoc in front of me. But while I try to regain it, I have a tiny little game that I wanted to play with you, if you can. Oh yeah, I was talking about the fantasy league. I'll get back into the fantasy league in a second. But I got a tiny little game I want to play with you, and then I'll explain that. But if you want to play a little game, you got to play a little 10-second. You gotta guess something. If you're up for it, I'll roll it, and you get to play. You can win a token from us, and we'll give it out to the Hyped Hero community.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's time for a new little segment. She's the first time we're running it, baby.
Name that NFT.
Can't make my mind up, fuck choosing, cause I want it all. Some of them wanna play, me and mine wanna ball. I had a vision that my MetaMask had 7-0.
All right, baby. It's a new clip. We got to name that NFT. I'm going to bring up an image of a project. This one could be a layup. And if you guess it, I'm going to make sure that once we mint our project, I'm already donating a few to you, but you're going to get an extra one that you can donate out to your community when someone mints something. But we're going to throw a token up here. We're going to see if you can name this ugly MFer.
Mischievous Maxis. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a big layup today. Ding. We're already chatting with King Fun. That's an ugly MFer. I burnt it for a dot today. He's gone. That was my builder, baby. That was I took a picture of that one with my hard hat on and no shirt, and I put a little like piece of paper in my mouth so that I was like, I am my builder, and I would post it all the time. And then I told Fudd, I was like, I'm so mad you're making me burn this thing. Like, this is actually me. That's my little dude. But thanks for playing. That's my little game. I made a little intro up. I'm like, we got fun around here. So I think we got a little Web3 spirit. I'm gonna throw a random thing up and see if someone guesses it. So
you probably could have done 5. You probably could have done like 5 rapid fire or something.
Ooh, nice. Okay, well here I got. Do we got anything else kicking here? Ooh, I got one more for you. We'll see if you know this one. Hey, honey, I know. Here, we'll see if you know this one.
I don't see it.
This one will be a layup.
Okay. TK Bush League.
Oh, there you go, baby. Let's go. That campsite, baby. We're rolling.
Let's go.
The other one I have queued up in the branding. Actually, I have a whole bunch of cute little ones. You can almost do like NFT mode in here. We can like switch backgrounds and do different random stuff. It's basically just like you're dealing with an NFT.
That's cool.
And with the project too, it's all like 3D assets. My little brother's been working on them all for 2 years. My little brother, he's a autistic like hobby animator. It's like his favorite thing in the whole world to do is animating, right? And so he's been piecing it all together, and we've been working on it for a long, long time. I'll show you a couple of the other images, and we were actually just spitting some stuff out for one of the early renders, but it's all like 3D models that he's been working on. Like everything interacts between each other and stuff like that. And so all like the tires could appear on different ones, or the jacks could appear on, and it's been like it took us like 6 months just to do the campers, like, because they got different shapes and they got different assets, but we did it in a way where everything can like intertwine and shit like that. And so it's got all kinds of random stuff on the go. And then there'll be one or two where my little lady, she's actually this is probably going to be the rarest one of them all. That'll be the rarest back one you can get your hands on. A little piece by my little girl. I had to sneak one of them in there. But no, it'll be fun. But we're kind of working towards getting everything released, so we'll be launching our coins and stuff like that in the next few weeks. And same thing, I'm hoping we can bring a little hype and can convince some people to donate to Hyped Heroes throughout it too. I'll be trying to work a few initiatives into it as I go, and I'll chat with you about those after. But at the end of the day, I just want to see both our communities grow, and I want to see what you're doing be successful, because it's really great to see someone out doing something good for the kids, for the community, and actually trying to make a difference in the world, because so many people in this space pure greed. And so I'm just honored to have a bit of your time today and get to chat with a fellow dad, and thank you for bearing through the disco party and the little one, but I'm sure you're used to it. 3 boys are probably a little more rambunctious at times than I even know of. Oh, now the light's gone. It's the lizard is having a disco party in the lizard's cage.
It is what it is being a dad, dude. This is being a dad.
You can't see the colorway.
Yeah, now you can't see what the color is, she says. Hey, she's like, I got you, Dad. I planned this strategically. I stayed up all day. I ate my candies, and I showed up right when you were live, baby. But
awesome.
At the end of the day, though, I'm just happy to be able to be near her, though, right? Like, I'm sure you know the feeling of, even when a guy's grinding on this, it's probably still cool that, like, at least you can talk to the kid, have that break. If they need dad for a moment, you can step away and do it. And that's something that's a lot more relieving than being away at work. Like, and always like your little girl stubs your toe and mom texts you about it. And you're like, well, frick, I want to be there now and care about her, you know?
Yeah. Like, dude, I'm so committed to just being the best, right? Like for me, it's God, then husband, then father. And so it's like, okay, I just gotta be crushing those first 2, right? Which I just feel like I've just been, for the past 6 months, really dialing it in, just like dialing it in, right? And then it's like, okay, I know I'm a good dad, but how can I be the best dad? And that could mean, scheduling different times around my day to spend that quality time with them, because they're only going to be this old right now, right? I looked down at all 3 of them the other day, and I was just like, man, it's literally proven that when kids get older, they spend less time with their parents. And so I'm just like, dude, I'll work 100 hours when they're out of the house. Right. Like, so like, I got to take advantage of every single moment that I can physically make happen, or, and schedule my time around that. Wake up early, right? Go to bed late if I have to do the work that I need to do on the side to get different time with them. Like, I can go downstairs after this, and, I'm kind of fasting right now, so I'm not going to eat, but we're just going to build a puzzle, an up puzzle. My middle son is obsessed with puzzles right now, and I just literally love it, bro. Like,
I love hearing that, because that's something I've been trying to do. Is like, I find that I've been, when you're trying to do something like we are and build this, like, you have to work so hard, like all day and night. And I've been finding that I'm like, ooh, even though I'm home, I'm actually maybe still not as present as I should be. Almost at times, like, maybe it's worse because I'm ignoring her physically. So it's like, I've been trying to be more conscious of that, of like, there is only so much time. Probably in 3 more years, she's not going to come and change the light. She's going to be trying to run away or whatever, probably, right? It's not going to be, so you got to really, really cherish it while they're young, right? Don't touch the phone, please, honey, because we're in the middle of a space and you'll shut that down. And speaking of the space, shouts to everybody who's in here joining it. My kid's trying to rug us on it.
Oh, Robbie, Jerry, 44, NBN, JB, Mars, sent villain, love it.
Oh, that's my buddy John. What's up, brother? He's got the tent. Let's go. So you love to see the tents rocking. We'll get people rocking. We're going to take over GT. We're going to force the whole entire Web3 to be rocking either a Hype Hero or a Bush League campsite background. And if they don't, like, I guess, can we give it to them? Are we allowed to do that? Is that a positive thing? Can we still give it to them a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
As long as
like I was having a conversation with a parent the other day, and I'm actually going on a winter retreat this weekend with like I think 70 kids of our kids that we work with, and it's gonna be sick. We're just going to a cabin and like a couple of us leaders.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the parents was talking to me about her son's in 8th grade, and he like just needs to be humbled. And I was just like, I just can't wait. Like, I'm just gonna, don't even worry. I was like, don't even work at PK. I was like, I'm gonna humble him, and it's gonna be love. I said it's all gonna be love, but he's gonna know that he needs to start working harder if he wants to, match his actions with his mouth. And I kind of love that, because like it's just what it has to be, right? If we want these big things that people talk about, like you're just like you just said, was like, this dream doesn't mean I get to take off hours of the day to do these things as being a dad. It's like prioritize the different things around your day to be a better dad. That doesn't mean I'm working less. That means I'm just prioritizing these different things because my kids are only this age, this moment. And it goes back to even back, right? Like I was sitting, coincidentally, I was sitting in church on Sunday, and I knew I was speaking to kids on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Like, I'm probably just going to rip it, happiness or gratitude or something like that. And the whole church was about one life. And I was just like, this is it, dude. Like, this is literally why I started Hyped. Like, I'm just going to give the passion to these kids about like, listen, like, and it goes back to the reason I brought this up is because it goes back to us talking about those priorities with our kids. It's like, if I died right now, like I can say that I spent the best time with my kids, dude. And I still was a good person. I still was a good husband. I still was good at what I do is career wise, in my opinion. And it's just like, that's it, dude. Like, I'll chalk it up. You know what I mean? Like, but I might regret not spending that time with them. Right. And pursuing my dreams.
A guy doesn't want to, think about leaving the planet early or not. But like you said, you just never know. And at the end of the day, I want what's your last thing going to be? And if you want that last thing to be a good thing, then you got to try to be doing as much good as you can. And that's your best chance at having that be your final thing and what you're remembered for. And that's what because like, even like we just said, like, if I were to pass away, I don't want my daughter's last memory to be like, I was shooing her away. It's going to definitely be, we're reading a story after this space, or stuff like that. Right. And it's just, again, making sure guys present and being a dad. And I would say that you've helped me realize that. Who knows? Maybe there's a reason we're here chatting. Maybe a lot of those videos have rubbed off on me more than I thought, where I'm like, I got to fucking do it. I got to go for it. And I just thank you for the motivation. And one day we'll be at the top of the game, helping as many people as we can. And I really look forward to that day. And I really look forward to getting to meet you in person one day. I think the vibes are going to be they're pretty unreal. I got a feeling.
I agree. I say I love meeting people in person because it's a totally different energy for sure.
Oh man, a hug brings the vibes up tenfold, man. A good old bro hug, and now the vibes are flowing big time, baby.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, no, I love chatting with you. I had a notepad too that I was like, I had questions to ask you and I forgot it. So I hope we did okay. I just rambled for whatever we've gone, about 75 minutes now. But I'd love to do it again with you in the future. And maybe I'll have my project going. Maybe we'll have all kinds of momentum on my end, and we'll get a few more people in the space, and then we'll hopefully, maybe if we're lucky, Bush League will mint out. People will be jacked up, and then I'll tell them you got to spend all your tax write-offs over at Hyped Heroes. So get the boys moving over there so that we can keep the foundation going. But no, I'm stoked to be here chatting with you, and hope you enjoyed some of the random animations. It's kind of fun to start showing off some of the stuff my brother's created. I'm like a nerd at heart, even though I'm a business person. So all this little like animation stuff and doing the video, it's kind of fun. So again, thank you for coming and doing one of the first episodes with me. And a couple years from now, this thing's going to be massive, and we'll be doing episodes. I can only imagine where we can take it. I see the potential in both of us, men, and where we're going to take it. And again, just shouts to you for all the positivity and all the good vibes you spread and everything you're doing. It means a lot to me.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, your production was sick. I love the show. I'm grateful to be able to come on here and have this opportunity. And I think it kind of just goes back to what we started talking about at the very beginning. It's just like the opportunity, man. We all have it. We all have that choice we can make every single day to be more grateful, be more positive, be more kind to people, be more kind to ourselves. And I just think like, don't waste it. Don't waste it, because we have this one opportunity.
And thanks to everybody who's been tuning in on our Twitter space. If you're tuning in on X, Facebook, YouTube, any of them, just thank you so much for being here. We're going to wrap the show up here in a minute. And then if anybody wants to ask me a question, I know GT's going to run right away. But if you guys want to request up, we'll bug you. Normally, I did requests up during the show, but I've been having issues where Spotify won't let me upload it after because it says my audio and video aren't syncing. And it's because it's picking up all the audio and there's nobody talking. And so I've had to figure out how to work through that, because it's been sketching out. And same thing, if you look at that QR code up above there and just above GT's head, that'll take you over to the Hype Foundation. This video will be available on all the platforms, so you can come back, watch it anytime, scan that QR code. It'll take you over to the Hype Foundation. You can tell a friend about it, donate to the cause, and help GT and the kids get that foundation growing and make a positive impact. And so again, thank you, GT. We're going to keep pushing positivity. We're going to get Hyped Heroes minted out by the end of the year, guaranteed. That's my goal for my project. And so I'll put the same one with yours. We're going to keep pushing it, and we'll get there, and we'll raise those funds, and we'll get the foundation going.
All right, man. We're going to do it. Awesome. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And if there's anything is there anything else you wanted to let anybody know to check out or anything before that, or we covered most of her?
Yeah. Just stay tuned. It's going to get real crazy this year.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to yell and rant and see us out of here, and then we'll maybe give everybody a goodbye on the Twitter space, and we'll roll out of here. But thank you for being here, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, dude. Peace.
And as always, everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for being part of Campfire Stories with myself and GT. It's been a great time hanging out with him. Just so stoked to get to hang out with another good person in the Web3 community, get to be involved with someone with such good intentions. And I hope you guys will go out and support him and hang out with him and check out what their project's doing. He's up to so much good stuff. If there's anybody's content in this entire space we should be sharing, it's GT's, because he's doing some great stuff. So please go give him support. Check out what he's doing. I put up the wrong thing right in front of my face, but go give GT some support. And as always, we'll catch you guys next time, gathered around the campfire at Campfire Stories. Episode 4 was a great one. We will catch you at episode 5. Thank you all. Campfire Stories, Bushing Media. Stay bushing, beauties. Take care.